Hey, thanks for joining me today. Let's make some beer battered codfish po' boys. In the bowl that you see me adding the seasoning to, there already is 2 cups of flour, 1 cup of cornmeal, a fourth a cup of sugar, a fourth a cup of cornstarch. I added my spice rub. I added some tarragon. I'm going to add some Old Bay seasoning, and then I'm going to add some salt and pepper to taste. All of these seasonings are to taste. We will taste this batter after we mix it up to make sure we have the seasoning adjusted to what our liking or what your liking will be, because you're going to be the one making it for yourself or your family. I know you see the pot sitting there. I'll explain what that is later on in the video, but that's actually a shrimp shell stock that we're going to make a sauce to put on the po' boy. In that pot we got carrots. We got the shells from shrimp. We have a carrot. We have a half an onion. We have a stalk of celery. We have black peppercorns. What you just see me add to the batter to finish the beer batter is, and we added an egg, and then you saw me use seltzer water. I'm not a fan of beer. Please, if you enjoy beer, use your favorite beer because you need it for the carbonation. I'm not a connoisseur of beer, so I use seltzer water, which gives me the same carbonation that I would if I had beer. We're going to now whisk this, and the consistency that we want should be the consistency of a runny pancake mix. I can't tell you how much water to add because it depends on how old your flour is, where you live in the country, the humidity inside the room. So it's hard to pinpoint. That's why I'm telling you that it needs to be the consistency of a runny pancake batter. I will show you more closely what that looks like when I get to the end of the mixing. And as you can see, I'm using a whisk versus using a spoon so that can incorporate some air into the batter. And that's intentional. Don't have a whisk, use a spoon. I don't want any lumps in this batter. It should be smooth when you finish. Let's add a little bit more water. After I clean out this whisk, I'm going to whisk more vigorously because we've had all the wet and dry ingredients incorporated together, and now we can whip it. And I want you to notice the consistency of that batter. You see how it makes the streaks, and the streaks come right out. They don't stay within the batter. And if you're making a pancake batter, those streaks will stay. As you see, when those streaks go, they go right away. That's the consistency of the batter that I want. Let's taste it. Make sure that it is seasoned properly and it tastes good. Yes, I got a raw egg in there, but I'm okay with the small amount of batter that we're tasting. Then we're going to put it aside in the refrigerator because it needs to chill for at least 10 minutes before we start battering the codfish. During that time, let's finish making our stock. And remember what I told you that I had in here. This only has to go for anywhere 15 to 30 minutes. 30 minutes is the max. Let's take a fine mesh strainer and some cheesecloth and pour it. And as you can see, we have a shrimp stock. That quick. That is going to be so flavorful. That's going to be the base of the sauce that we're making for the po' boy. Really, the basics is a wine mornay sauce that I am making with a seafood twist. So, can I call it a seafood mornay sauce? Here, I've added the milk and I've added the wine to the stock. And as you can see, I also added a small amount of tarragon to the stock. Now, let's put a cornstarch slurry. Cornstarch slurry is equal part cornstarch with equal part water. And that's used to thicken the sauce. We're going to thicken the sauce with a cornstarch slurry. As the sauce thickens, we will add some seasonings. That is mustard. We will add some Old Bay. We will add some cheddar cheese. I prefer Parmesan cheese, but I didn't go to the store and get Parmesan cheese. So I went on and used the cheddar cheese so I can show you you can make adjustments. It's to your liking as to what you have, and you can be creative. So I used the cheddar cheese that I had. Now we'll know that this is the consistency of a sauce when you look at the back of that spoon. That's the if it covers the spoon like that, we have the right thickness. Now let's season this. Again, a little Old Bay, a little dill. That's what we're gonna use in the sauce, a little dill because it will go good with the codfish. A little salt, a little fresh cracked black pepper. And then make sure that you taste the sauce to see if it's to your liking, because we may have to readjust the seasonings again after we incorporate everything. Add a little hot sauce. What I didn't show you is I added a little Worcestershire sauce, very small amount. After we add the seasoning, let's mix it real well and incorporate all the seasonings. And as I told you, when you taste it, you have to readjust. I'm readjusting the seasonings again because we got to make sure that we get it to a point of what we like. Alright, let's cover a little parchment paper so a skin doesn't form on it while we are frying up the fish and we're finishing up the po' boy. Now let's fry some codfish. As you'll see there, I have some onion rings there, and I have some actual potato chips that I made myself, but that was the side dishes that we were going to have with the meal. But for this video purposes, I just want to give you the basics for making the po' boy. So that's the only part that you will see once I finish frying all the codfish, and I also fry some shrimps and some scallops. Here we go. Let's build this po' boy. We have some lettuce, we have some tomatoes, we have some thinly sliced onions, we have some pickles. Those are bread and butter pickles. You can use um, kosher dill pickles, whatever kind of pickle you like. And you'll see on the platter in front of you is the beer battered codfish, the beer battered shrimp, and the beer battered scallops, and that great seafood mayonnaise sauce that we made. And hot sauce for those who want it. Let's open up a baguette, take out the bread so we'll have room to put in all this great seafood that we have for this seafood po' boy. We're going to start out by putting the sauce on each side of the bread that we have dug out. I tell you what, anticipation, and I'm the one that cooked it, and my anticipation is rising as I'm looking at this being prepared, looking from the other side. Um, this is going to be good. Sauce on both sides. Let's put down a bed of lettuce now. And on top of the lettuce, let's put some tomatoes. On top of the tomatoes, let's put some thinly sliced. I actually have a Vidalia onion there because it's so sweet and so delicious. Those are some thinly sliced Vidalia onions. And on top of that, let's put some pickles. Remember, your favorite pickle, that's what you use. Now let's stack some seafood on this. Let's put 2 pieces of codfish, beer battered codfish. Then let's take a shrimp because I did large shrimp, and let's take a scallop. And I think let's put more of this wonderful seafood mayonnaise sauce. Look at it stream down the side. Oh man. I don't think I can fit anything else in there. That's it. Let me open it up so you can see it, and let me move these other things out of the way. Now I think I'll be quiet, and I think I'll just let you see for yourself. Remember, you can pick up my recipes at cuttinitup.me. My website is cuttinitup.me. You'll see it in the graphic to pick up. All right, I